Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got LeBron James. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward position.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now, here's George. LeBron outside, just 5 on the clock. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the night.
And I wonder if Curry ever thought that so many young players out there would be following his lead. He's absolutely changed the game.
It's good from long range.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Harden outside. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
An unsung part of Durant's game has the instincts and length to guard a number of positions.
Simmons with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Yep, it counts. 12 points for him.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Harden can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Nice to see Antetokounmpo drain the difficult jumper. I mean, that shot of his continuing to improve.
Here's Embiid. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Simmons against Irving. Knocked away. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got 14.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
They get a hand on it. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Irving. And here's the fast break. Here's Jokic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
New players in now for the East. Here's Griffin, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Paul can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Oladipo, good.
And Oladipo's handle is tight now. I mean, so good at freezing the defense and then blowing right by whoever's on him. He's got a nice little hesitation move in his ball handling package.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the East All-Stars.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, though.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Paul. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And Paul has some excellent wheels, I tell you. Easily slashing to the lane whenever he's given room to operate.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Aldridge. And Doncic, here we go. Sinks that one from the post.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Davis with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the East All-Star. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we've got more NBA. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Damian Lillard out there with Oladipo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Griffin, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Griffin slams it in.
But the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Took him no time at all on that one. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for the East All-Stars. And so Lillard will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Griffin. And that one, good.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunity.
Paul for for three. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Lillard against Paul. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong. And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pass to Towns. And Lillard kicks to Oladipo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Oladipo's got 7.
You know, that's leadership. Doing what's necessary when it's necessary. Oladipo refusing to let the opponents get away with that.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Harden dishes to James. Outside Irving. Goes up at the stripe. Again, the West All-Star.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's James outside. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
LeBron James can beat you from anywhere on the floor, inside mid-range or from deep.
Antetokounmpo finds Durant, and Durant gets double-teamed. Walker the pass to Antetokounmpo. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Curry's shot is good.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Vucevic. Over Harden. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. That's now 22 points for Steph Curry. Here's Harden. Chalk up 2 there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
From deep, Giannis. West All-Stars with the rebound. Ball's knocked loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Then for the West All-Stars, Embiid comes in for Vucevic, and George is subbed in for Klay Thompson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Jokic is checked in for the East. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Durant for 3. That shot, no good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
Harden Harden can't hit.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 11. Lillard, it's good. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with the dunk.
And the first half is now in the books. East All-Stars up on top. They're up by 11.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome to well, a great game so far, guys, but it appeared to be the East All-Stars who were having the most fun out there. And they're sitting on a nice advantage heading into the second half. The West may buckle down and get a little more serious as they try to cut into that lead after halftime.
Well, you never know what you're going to get out of this game. There's a lot of talent on the West side, obviously great shooters, great scorers, but the East is putting a whooping on them. I think they came over here and took the belt off my slacks. Just a lot more physical, powerful athletes. They're showing what traditional Eastern Conference basketball is all about. Can I have my belt back?
Well, these guys come to the All-Star Weekend for the enjoyment of it. You know, but when the games start, it's really about showcasing your talents. And then there's a point in the game where everyone says, you know what? Fly kicks in. I got to win. And the competition comes out.
And it's just about time now.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Durant. And it's Jokic in at the center. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. The three from George. It's hauled in by the East All-Star. Jokic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Giannis missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
And the basket by Curry.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Harden against Jokic. And finished off by LeBron.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
A three from Simmons. Connects from three-point range. Simmons got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Beyond the arc. And it's LeBron missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Al Harden. He's got 5. Embiid, no good. Harden against Curry. Over Harden. West All-Stars with the rebound.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Irving. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game. And so here are the West All-Stars. Harden with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. No good from Irving. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Curry with the drive, and that one is good. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter. Here is Harden. Outside Irving. Shot from the wing. They get the rebound.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Curry's got a perfect 4 of 4 from long range. Deadly with the 3-ball tonight. Irving against Simmons. Basket counts. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Timeout called East All-Stars. And the East All-Stars with some changes. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Jokic. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Kevin Durant. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Curry. The West also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Embiid. Thompson comes in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Irving.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Passes it to Aldridge. Over James. Aldridge, no luck. James kicks to George. Again, the West All-Star.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Simmons inside the line. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. It's a 14-point game. Here's Towns. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
And Simmons slams it in.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor. So effortless and efficient in his movement.
Here's LeBron. He's got 21. There's 1:38 left in the third. Here's Aldridge. Antetokounmpo dishes to Simmons. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 4th assist in this one. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the East All-Stars?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
1:10 left in the third. Here's James. They need this. Outside, George. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
For 3, Westbrook gets the 3-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Towns finds James. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Towns has got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that sharp awareness of Towns. Clock running out, he just beats it.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so it's the East All-Stars, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Vucevic. Victor Oladipo is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Griffin, and it's Butler in at the small forward.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Westbrook with it. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got his third assist on the night.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
Here's Vucevic. And no good. Great D that time from Davis. And stolen by Lillard. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Davis. Doncic comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Walker subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Harden outside, pulls up.
And they should probably start looking to get the ball inside more. The three-pointer hasn't been there for them like it was in that first half. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Gasol. Kevin Durant comes in for Doncic. And it's Stephen Curry in for Paul. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Embiid, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Irving subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Harden's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. And here's Walker outside. The rebound by Harden. And so here are the West All-Stars. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Kevin, once Butler has some speed behind him, watch out. You know he's looking to throw that thing down.
It's rebounded by the West. Irving's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Harden, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Curry can't get it to go. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the West All-Stars. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. LeBron comes in for Blake Griffin, and George is subbed in for Butler. James, the pass to Harden, and James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here are the East All-Stars now. Curry outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's LeBron. Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Curry. Count the basket. Curry's got 40 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's gonna expand.
Harden, no good. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Simmons. They get it back. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Hey, offensive rebounding. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Here's Irving. Got it from 16 feet.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Feeds Giannis. They double-team Curry. That three off the mark. It's deflected. Jokic with the steal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nikola Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
And the East with some changes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Luka Doncic comes in for Kevin Durant. And Paul's subbed in for Ben Simmons. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Joel Embiid. Blake Griffin comes in for LeBron. Butler, he's checked in for George. And it's Oladipo in for Kyrie Irving.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Griffin dishes to Harden. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Doncic buries it from three-point range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Knocks it loose. Jokic with the steal. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time